Hi, I'm Ryan Graham. Thank you for joining us. The federal Conservative leader was in Thunder Bay this past week, speaking with workers at the Domtar sawmill. During his time here, Pierre Poilievre also commented on homelessness and addictions, scrapping Liberal bail, and working with First Nations on resource development. Jessica Clement has the story.
While visiting Thunder Bay, Pierre Poilievre voiced his opinion on Canada's bail system. The federal Conservative leader's comments come less than a week after Anishinaabe Nation declared a state of emergency across its 49-member First Nations over what its leaders call an escalating crisis of gang infiltration, drug trafficking, and drug-related violence. When asked about the situation and what his solution would be, Poilievre says they're going to scrap Liberal bail.
I support the First Nations and all Canadians who are trying to fight for safety in their communities. The Carney Liberals have brought in place and kept in place Liberal bail that allows the repeat violent offenders and gun criminals to walk freely on our streets. Repeat offenders should go to jail, not bail. Jail, not bail. And our proposal is anyone with 3 prior offenses is ineligible for bail, parole, probation, or house arrest.
Poilievre also points out that many Canadians are finding it hard to afford basic needs, adding that the country is seeing more people without homes than ever before. He says homelessness is rising for 2 big reasons. There aren't enough homes, and more people are struggling with addiction.
You need to treat addiction. And my view is you need to get people off drugs, put them in rehab, abstinence-based rehab that gets them off drugs, then eventually into a home and a job with support as they ease back into daily life and they avoid falling back into the trap. So my proposal is 50,000 treatment spaces. These are inpatient, so you stay overnight, you got a bed, counseling.
Another topic brought up to the opposition leader was the controversial Bill C-5, which First Nations argue steamrolls treaty and constitutional rights over their lands. Poilievre was asked how he would go about fast-tracking resource development while working together with First Nations partners.
I would incentivize First Nations by allowing them to keep a share of the corporate tax revenue generated from projects on their lands. That would mean that there would be a greater incentive that could be used for funding local schools, clean water, hospitals, job training, and other benefits to the local community. So let's make this a win-win. That will get everyone to yes faster.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
The Thunder Bay Police Service has announced the launch of an annual fundraising gala. The inaugural event happening this winter will support the Boys and Girls Club and Special Olympics Thunder Bay, all the while celebrating the accomplishments of the local police force. The gala will take place on February 28th at the Italian Cultural Center. Police Chief Darcy Fleury made the announcement this past week and spoke about helping the 2 charities.
You know, that's the real reason we're doing it, other than the celebration of our service, is to help those agencies that do so much great work in this community and help them continue to do that work. So it's very important for us to be a part of that, and of course, as being a part of the community, and I think the service and the people that work in that service are a very important part of this community, and I think that's just a way of us showing that we are there and that we want to help, and this is another way to do it outside of the service that we provide.
Information about ticket sales will be made available in the weeks to come. Well, members and staff of the Thunder Bay Real Estate Board were pitching in alongside Habitat for Humanity crews during a build day this past week. The special day featured 9 realtors working at the construction site on Alexandra Street as they helped build a safe and affordable housing project. Jaden Billick has the story.
More than a dozen volunteers, including 9 real estate agents, rolled up their sleeves at Habitat for Humanity's Alexandra Street site, raking dirt and laying the soil for what will be a new home for a local family to call their own in the coming weeks. As part of the Thunder Bay Real Estate Board's Build Day, local realtor Nathan Hogan says the task at hand is to work towards a greater cause.
It's part of our Realtors Care Day, so we just wanted to give back to the community, and what a better way to do that in terms of housing and giving a brand new home to a deserving family. There's a couple that have been 10-year vets. They're not realtors, they're just volunteers. But the other 9 of us are realtors. Yeah.
Volunteers here spending the Build Day hard at work, shared a few laughs along the way, proud to play a small part in creating a home for a good cause. The inside is still taking shape, with some realtors even lending a hand to build some new cabinets. Vice President of the local real estate board, Karen Hill, says the crew is already looking forward to the 2026 project.
Next year they're doing a triplex. So we were just talking to the Habitat people and they were kind of discussing at what stages and things. So hopefully in the future we'll have more realtors out and we'll be able to do it over a few days and watch the whole thing come up.
We started what we call build days. So local companies, local organizations come in, volunteer with Habitat to help build a home. We really, really want to get the community back involved with Habitat. The last couple of years we haven't been. That's what Habitat's about. It's a social engineer about community volunteering to build homes for families in need.
After all the hard work put into this home, Davis says the new family should be moving in early December, just in time for Christmas. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
The Good Food Box program is celebrating 20 years of providing affordable fresh produce to people across Thunder Bay and the district. From what started as a small-scale nonprofit operation in a borrowed space with just 58 boxes, now serves over 600 households each month. The team, based out of the Moose Hall, includes more than 100 volunteers who were working hard to package and deliver all this fresh produce for just $22 each month. A new grant of $25,000 will help the program expand even more. Northwestern Ontario Women's Centre Executive Director Gwen O'Reilly believes they can keep the Good Food Boxes going for another 20 years.
So we're hoping to run a lot of different workshops this year to further engage our volunteers and our partners and our customers. And we're also looking to trial a few new kinds of food boxes and have another look at our fundraising program, which is the locally grown food box, and see if we can revamp that to continue to support the program and keep it running for 20 more years. It really is something that's run by the community, and we often talk about, food security in our hands, and there are many, many hands involved in the Good Food Box.
More information regarding where to access a monthly Good Food Box can be found on the group's website. A Rock and Gem show was held at the CLE Coliseum over the weekend, hosted by Silver Cove. The company travels all over Canada displaying gems and rocks from all over the world. The display had 15 vendors, including 2 local ones. The show featured a wide variety of products from raw gemstones, jewelry, and fossils. Visitors of the show were able to each get a tray and fill it with their desired items to purchase. Co-owner of Silver Cove, Chris Roback, says not only do they collect the items, they also mine them.
What we do here once a year is we host an event that brings together gems, minerals, fossils, crystals, jewelry from all over the world. And we converge here on Thunder Bay once a year to bring you guys the best selection that, you'll find in Canada, essentially. During the summertime, we spend a lot of time actually physically mining minerals. We own a sapphire mine, and we actually physically do the hard rock mining, hang by rope and harness, and drill and blast, and collect our own Canadian specimens. And our company actually hosts about 40 gem and mineral shows a year, and Thunder Bay is one of the cities that we host the shows in, yeah. We have vendors that travel all across the country for us, that go city to city with us, and then we have a lot of locals that actually come and set up in each one of the cities as well.
Empty Bowls held their 26th annual fundraising dinner at the Moose Hall in support of Shelter House and Thunder Bay Food Bank. Both takeout and dine-in tickets sold out, displaying incredible community support for local food security programs. Emma Chilton reports.
This event is not just about fundraising, but also about community and discussing the challenges of food insecurity. Chair of Empty Bowls organizing team, Robin Cooper, says it's a nice way for the community to gather and raise money for local charities.
We're here at the Moose Hall again. We've been moving around a little bit for the last couple of years, but we're glad to be back here at the Moose Hall. Very excited to be, just raising money for our charities and able to have this, little bit of community that's a lot of people, including me, look forward to every year.
The goal is to raise $20,000 that will go directly to food insecurity programs at the Shelter House and the Thunder Bay Food Bank. The takeout was sold out at 150 tickets and sit-in dinner at 360. There was something for everyone with 11 different soups to choose from. The founder potter, Alan Moon, made an appearance at the dinner, who will be retiring this year from pottery. Cooper says this event would not be possible without the generous potters.
I mean, we have our founding potter, Alan Moon. He is retiring. He is 90 years old. He's retiring from active pottery, but he did make us some bowls this year. So this might be the last year there's some Alan Moon bowls. And we have lots of other potters. I mean, there's potters that belong to the guild, the Thunder Bay Potters Guild, and then there are other community potters who contribute. So we probably have about 30 potters that give bowls to our event.
If anyone would like to make a donation, you can go to emptybowlsthunderbay.com. Emma Chilton, TBT News.